Hey everybody, what's up, man? How's it doing, guys? Let me bring up my channel here on my phone, just in case anybody shows up for the chat. Oh, RT Bear's live. Artie to Bear. All right. Hey, what's up, Marco? How's it going? How's life treating you? That's. I really miss certain things about Hangouts. StreamYards isn't bad. It's just it's the low 70s in Hawaii and you're cold. The low 70s is pleasant here in Florida, man. I love the low 70s. Actually, I prefer the mid 60s. I don't know how you could call the low 70s cold. Y'all got some thin blood, dude. Hawaiians got thin blood. If you're cold, if you're cold at 70 in the 70s, man. I can get hot at 70 if I'm doing stuff. If it's 70 and I'm moving around, I get hot. Start burning up, man. Oops. Let's color these eyeballs up. Man, I am stupid. Yeah, I don't start feeling cold to if I'm doing nothing but low 60s. Kodiak was asking me some questions about something he's working on. Hopefully he'll join and I can, yeah, hopefully give some better advice than what I was. I don't know, help him out more this way. Well, being able to talk to him about it instead of just text. Note to anyone who wants to ask me an artistic question. I'm better at giving advice if I can talk to you in person rather than type out responses. Yeah, you saw that Uncle E's been working on book 2 of Cyberfrog Wreck Planet. Can't wait for that. Gonna try and save some money to get some original art. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, boy. Yeah, do that. You're currently studying the George Bridgman Anatomy art book. Sweet. You really like it. Awesome. Awesome. I've heard a lot of people have used that as their starting point. I've always been a student of like using photography and live models, but anything that works is valid, in my opinion. If that's the thing that does it for you, that helps you like figure it out, then that's what you should be doing. That's the source you should be using, whatever clicks for you. I wouldn't mind checking that book out myself. I've never seen it. But and I wouldn't mind looking it up myself. You never know, might learn something new. Yeah, dude. Oh man, a piece of Ethan's original art. Getting one of those tiers, I would love to do that. Of course, I haven't been able to back any of the current books that are out that I want to back lately. And there's so many, and several are ending soon, and I feel like a turd. Like I'm trying to retweet as many people as I can, get on Twitter and retweet their campaigns because I want them to do well. But I'd rather also put money in their hand because I like what they're doing. It looks really interesting to me. Uh, Especially like Death Sworn. I really like the look of that Monster MD and that Shinobi Sasquatch. Just only naming a few. That's that's the top three. It's like, oh man, I wish I could get those. Those look so awesome. Check. Yeah, yeah. I saw that video, Ethan. You were talking about where Ethan posted. He's working on some pages for Wreck Planet, and just that panel with like you see like the dead branches and stuff going across like Cyberfrog, and it's like, oh, it's like that's got to take forever. A lot of pages have got to be taking him at least 3 days, 2 to 3 days to draw in ink. Gotta. There's so much detail. But he has a very, very detailed style. Like even my most detailed style stuff isn't anywhere near as detailed as his. I think going at my slowest, I could still have like a full color page, a page penciled, inked, and colored in 2 to 3 days. And that's going super slow. But with all the line work, font detail, and precise, like he's precise. Like even my detailed stuff is still a little sloppy. It's just my style's looser. But if I try to do something as tight as his, it'd take me a week per page. Yeah, it looks awesome. I saw the video. I saw the like I watched the video the first time. I watched it with I didn't watch it with any audio, and then I watched it again today with the audio on, and I don't know. I liked it even more. It looks amazing. His haters got to come at him more too because Blood Honey's getting fulfilled, and the people that genuinely like that are being honest and that genuinely bought the book because they like his art, or I think most of them are going to be happy with it. So if he does a good job with Wrecked Planet, getting it out, and does a better job and improves, they're by the time he's done, they're going to have a lot less to hold over his head and come at him with. So they got to get their jabs in now. Because by the time Wrecked Planet's over and he's learned from all the foibles of doing the campaign the first time, they're going to lose a lot of traction with their hate. A lot of people are going to be like, "Yeah, you're full of crap. This stuff's awesome." I think I think close to it, maybe mainstream type of comic. There's been some web comics that have been pretty huge. So if it's not it's it's a short list. if it's not number one, it's a short list. Like there's not a lot of competition on there. And if the second book does like 1 penny less, they're going to be like, "Oh, it failed. This is unsustainable." It's going to be hard to find people who are honest. Yeah, if it's not the most, it's there's some back and forth on that. Because there's some web comics that were collected that did ridiculously well too. So it depends on what you want to include in that argument, I think. Boom. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Nope. But I think he's going to do incredibly well on the next one. He did. Why? Why? I can't even. You think so too? Cyberfrog's getting more exposure this time, especially with the collaboration with Dynamite Comics and Vampirella. Yeah, that could play a factor. I think it's going to do incredibly well. Uh, Repeating the same success will be difficult, but if anybody can, Ethan can. He can sell anything. The dude's good. I know he has his haters, and I know there's the people that want everyone to denounce him and other people. It's like, I ain't doing it. Get out of here with that shit. What's wrong with you? I'm happy with my copy, and I should be getting another one soon. Yeah, he's like Oprah. uh, oh, that's all. That could be funny. That actually could be a funny meme. You get a cyber frog, and you get a cyber frog. Especially with all those extra ones that the company, the fulfillment company messed up and shipped out extras to people. You get a frog comic, and you get a frog comic. I should have another copy of Cyberfrog showing up here soon with the ash can. Actually, I need to go check my mail. Let me. I'll be right back. Let me go check my mail. I should have Downcast showing up soon, and my other copy of Cyberfrog showing up soon. So I'll be right back. Nope, just some junk mail. Man, I was hoping one of those books would show up today. That'd be great. Open it up on stream, be like, I got a comic. Oh well. Let's see if anybody's in the green room. No. All right. Yeah, it's nubbin. Look at that. He's got a nubbin. You get a frog comic, and you got a frog comic. Oh man, that's a good meme. That could be a good meme. It's raining in SoCal. What up, D? Kodiak was asking me some questions about some artwork, and I was hoping he would join me on stream so I'd do a better job answering in person than DMs. I hate DMs. I hate having a try to have a conversation in text. It's awful because I'm probably not going to be on Andrew's stream tonight because I got to go to work tomorrow, and I just rather not get into it into a stream that I don't know how long it's going to last. I don't know, and it's the after thing. I still haven't recorded my out of context review for Mandalorian 4, and 5 is. I'll be able to watch 5 probably tomorrow. The Mandalorian, I mean the Mandalorian, the Mandalorian. Yes, ma'am. Oh, is he still got his cucked out girlfriend with him? Well, he's the one that's cucked out now. Oh, no. Because gimped out leg. Yeah, I did a little stupid thing for the first two. No one watched it, but I might review the 4 and 5 together because I'm not trying to do legit reviews. I'm deliberately misinterpreting things. If you watch my first one, it's obvious. There's nothing I'm not being serious. And I kind of want to speed through it and totally misinterpret what happened. Yeah. Yeah, clickbait titles. Yeah, I gotta learn. I gotta learn how to do that. You know, how to come up with good clickbait titles that are obvious. You know, like way that way people are like, oh, this is clickbait. It's like, yeah, dude, look at the title. It's obviously clickbait. Because some people get angry when you clickbait them. It's like that's the name of the game, though. Do a legit review, a mid-season review, a legit review. I don't know about me doing legit reviews. I want to make fun of it. I want to be a sarcastic dick. That, you know, the Mandalorian. Although I am afraid. I am, as much as I'm gonna make fun of it. I am legit worried about them like truly selling the show out after such a strong start and going typical Disney Star Wars. That's a real danger and a real probability. Yeah, a legit review with your humor, little Dicky. Yeah, with my little Dicky. Uh, yeah, a review of my little Dicky. Wait, wait, that's not what I meant. Here's Andrew's review. Whether no matter what they do, I liked it. I like it. It's like it's turned into full SJW filth. I don't know. I was entertained. Am I being too mean? Am I being too mean? Save that for Andrew's show. I don't know. I go in an hour later. Maybe I can make Andrew's show tonight. I go in later tomorrow than normal. Uh, no. No, I'm. Oh yeah, no, I'm not being too mean. I'm being spot. I'm being just the right amount of mean. Ah, why am I such a bad person? Oh wait, I like it that way. Oh, I gotta hit the mute button. I need some nicotine, and I don't have cigarettes. And I don't want this vape in people's ears. It sounds so gross over the mic. Was that Andrew needs all the help he can get on his show? Was it bad without me? Was it missing something without my spice, without my sarcasm and my anger? Yes. my hate really does liven it up. Oh God, I'm awful. Just truly a monster. Needs a lot of spice. What, you don't want to just flip through the DC previews and look at a bunch of crap you don't ever want to see? If we were into that stuff, we wouldn't be Comicsgate. Let's go through all the mainstream crap CGers don't want. Oh, dude cracks me up. He means well. He really, really does. My stream talking shit about Andrew. It's all stuff I would say to his face. And it's all stuff I know he's going to listen to later. So it's all good. Although I do like going through comics when he's got a good stack of like older books, stuff from the 80s, some 90s. Because that's the stuff that like, it's like if they could still do that, Comicsgate wouldn't exist. They want to destroy Comicsgate. Just make books like you did 20 years ago. 20, 30 years ago, and you'll destroy us all. It's really easy. You don't need schemes or scams or spies or double agents. It's not hard to figure out. You knew how to make a book like this 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 15 years ago even. Yeah, 80s, your decade, yeah. I've even gone back and fallen in love with some stuff from the 70s and illustrators from the 60s and 70s. Oh man. If you find some of the guys that used to paint like book covers, not just comics, just guys that used to do like periodical illustrations and paint book covers in the 60s and 70s, and they did advertising work. Some of those artists were freaking awesome, dude. I love comics from the 80s. Like even some comics that I didn't like, I've like discovered or rediscovered and been like, wait, this was good. Why wasn't I buying this? You know, I yap all the time about like Tomb of Dracula now. and old Conans. It's like these look super dope. You love the bell bottoms and 70s look, but you want to laugh at it. Yeah. But that whole era of where there were like a lot of people in comics, like the Marvel style was sort of a John Buscema and John Romita Sr. look. That's what everybody tried to draw like, for the most part. There are exceptions, but that was sort of like the main house look for a lot of Marvel books back then. A lot of that stuff was fantastic. Mm. Good 80s comics, man. Some of this stuff is so easy to color. And some of this stuff makes me want to microwave a kitten. Because it's not easy to color. Yeah, you love the weird ass 70s, 80s uh, superhero TV shows like Spider Man and Greatest American Hero. I liked those too, man. And like that cheesy Captain America movie. When I was a little kid in the early 80s, I loved it. I didn't know. I didn't know any better. I loved it. What did I know? Nothing. I ain't know nothing. I love that stuff. I liked a lot of the cartoons from back then too. I like the old Spider-Man cartoons and the Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I thought they were awesome. The TV movie, that old original TV movie for Doctor Strange. I don't think I've ever actually seen it. I have seen some kind of thing for Doctor Strange they did years ago, but I think that one was made maybe in the 90s. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends was the best. It absolutely was. It was fantastic. That's where I knew who the X-Men were, was from that. So when I saw that ad for Inferno and the occasional GI Joe comic I would pick up back in the day, and I saw like Madeline Pryor in that Goblin Queen outfit on top of this pile of bodies of the X Men. I was like, "What is this? I want to see more of this. Who is this scantily clad woman?" You know, I was like, I don't know, 11 or 12 or something. I was like, I needed more of that in my life. And the rest was, I don't know, crack inducing. Dude, it was hooked for life on comic books in one form or the other. And X Men back then was fantastic. It was a soap opera with people with superpowers. You know, people are, yeah, all the guest stars. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that they had on those shows. You know, people are calling all the jokes about something going on with like Wolverine and Cyclops and Jean Grey, and they're connecting bedrooms in X Men comics now. Like, oh, Cyclops is getting cucked. It's like this isn't the first time Cyclops has been cucked. Back when I was reading X Men, when I started reading, everybody thought the X Men were dead. They were in Australia. Havoc was banging Madeline. And Cyclops thought Madeline was dead, but she's in Australia with the X Men and she's giving it to his brother. So this isn't the first time somebody's cucked them. Your supposed dead wife, who isn't dead, is giving it to your little brother. I'm just saying that's a little embarrassing. Feel the shame, Scott. Feel the shame. That dude just keeps getting made a fool of. Oh, let me check the green room real quick. No. Oh, the guest stars were really good. That's how I heard about a lot of characters, actually. A lot of Marvel characters that I became familiar with and wanted to know more about when I got into comics was because from seeing them in those cartoons. You know, leaving the newsstand completely was a horrible mistake. Completely leaving it was awful. Oh well, we all thought it was great at the time. We're all like, yeah, yeah, we're our own thing. Comic don't need that, nah, nah, nah. Idiots. Yeah, Mohawk Storm was the best leader. Storm was a great leader. She knew when to be a badass, and she knew when to kind of be a mom sometimes, or a big sister. Like there's times she would be almost like a big sister to one character, then like make Wolverine sassy ass toe the line, and then fry some badass, bad guy like a freaking bucket of chicken. Just be a total hard ass. Just deep fry him with a like okay, you're messing with my people. You gotta go. Yeah, when you lived in Texas, you could only buy your comics at 7-Eleven. Yeah. Yeah, and they were 75 cents to a dollar. Or 65 cents in the very early 80s. A little kid could possibly have that pocket change on them. It was a foreseeable, possible thing. Yeah, Storm and Wolverine were awesome. They were fantastic during that run. Even some of the other supporting characters weren't that bad. Like at the time, you'd be like, "Oh, I don't like Dazzler. Dazzler sucks." But now, when you look at like that stuff, and you're like looking at Dazzler as a supporting character compared to some of the stuff going on now, you're like, "Wow, that was awesome in comparison." $5 and you got 10 comics a week. Yeah, yeah, man. When I first started going to a comic shop and had a pull, I spent about $10 a week on comics. And the comic shops gave discounts even then if you had a pull. So when comics were 75 cents to a dollar, and most of the stuff from Marvel and DC was written at an all ages level. And I don't mean for little kids. I mean just at an all ages level, because there was stuff then going on in X-Men and stuff that at 12 and 13 I didn't quite pick up on what was happening. But in later read throughs, I was like, oh, that's spicy, you know? Comics have gotten so bad that Dazzler would be a good character. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Although I did like the Dazzler and Longshot relationship era, but that's because Longshot was, a lot of people liked Longshot, especially from like the Art Adams miniseries. I mean, there was years there. That was a $20 book, man. If you wanted that first issue of Longshot, that book was going to cost you to get your hands on it. Now I don't think anyone even cares. It's sort of forgotten. Yeah, they've gotten so bad. It's like comics. This sucks so bad. I miss Dazzler. You suck so bad. You make me miss Dazzler. That's a that's kind of a burn. That's for some reason that's hysterical to me right now. Does you used to own that Long Shot limited series? Does Art Adams still do comics? Very rarely. He mostly does covers. Here's the deal: Art Adams is one of those dudes. They can't afford him anymore. He's one of those guys. It cost him like $1,000 a page to get Art Adams to do something. He makes more money doing commissions. Like the current pay rates at Marvel and DC, they couldn't. Plus, he's super slow, but they couldn't afford to pay Art Adams to do a book these days. It probably cost $1,000 a page, plus the royalties. Like you need to sell like a million copies to to afford Art Adams to do your interiors. He does pretty good doing commissions though. I think. At least I would hope. If you follow his Instagram, you can see a lot of the commissions and covers he's working on. He usually posts some of it. It should cost that much normally for all through comic artists. It's crazy that comics can't support the industry anymore now. I wish I could get $1,000 a page to draw something. Whew. My God. Mm, that's not bad. I'd be happy if I could get a gig that paid a couple of $100 a page. I'd be happy to make enough I didn't have to mop floors. Your wife ate all your Reese's. Unacceptable. That's grounds for divorce. That's pretty bad. Can you forgive her for something? I mean, there's betrayal, then there's that. I don't know. You cry. It's like, like you could have just cheated on me. That I can forgive, but eating my Reese's. I don't know. What are you supposed to do? She eats your Reese's. How do you just let that kind of pain go? Get you going to Walmart. Oh man, going to Walmart when you're not in the mood to deal with that crap. That ain't no fun. It's like I don't even. Oh my god, I like can't even right now. No. Where's that going through? the comic industry used to support everyone back then. Well, it used to be a lot better. Like they were even some small indies that were making it. Like they weren't getting rich, but they were making a living. Which was pretty good. You know, there were some indies like, oh man, you guys are only sell 50,000. It keeps the bills paid. Now you got big books from Marvel and DC that only sell 50,000. It's rough. Writers, artists, anchors, colors, editors. Not yeah. Well, not everyone was making a living. There were a lot of guys back then that were still struggling, but there was more people who were making a living. There were a lot of guys that were 300 page and up and had regular work. There was a lot more of it because you got your page rate, then you got everything above, what was it, 40 or 60,000 or something like that. You got royalties. There was a good time there for some people. There were some good years that are, looks like they're gone forever, to tell you the truth. Man, I'm coloring stuff that word balloons are going to cover up. Man, Andrew, here I am trying to be thorough. I ain't going to do it. Yeah, the industry is certainly in trouble. I mean, this isn't the first time they thought it was going to die, but it keeps looking more and more like it will. Boom. Another page done. I got another page done. Oh, yeah. That was easy. What's after this? Let's look at page 79. Ooh. I already got a panel on here done. Oh, wait. Let me turn up the bright on this panel. And this here, oh man. I can finish this tomorrow, easy. I can finish this tomorrow. Make Andrew be like, oh man, come Monday, after Andrew counts up his money from the comic book store, he's gonna be like, I gotta pay Avery again. I'll be like, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Bitch. Yeah, Disney and Warner Brothers keep them around. Yeah, and Warner Brothers may not be keeping around DC. It's getting scary. Warner Brothers might not keep around DC. Who knows? I mean, you think they will. I mean, in some form. Glug glug. But I don't know. I don't want to see DC go. Personally, I wouldn't want to, but oh, I see. There's the oh, interesting. Let me see page 80. Is it? Nope, page 80 is not one of the ones I already colored. But is 81? Nope, neither is 81. It's 82 and 83, I believe I already know. No. Where's the page I already colored of this stuff? No. Oh, it was 84 and 85 then. Oh, 84 and 85. Got it. Got him. Got him. This almost seems realistic, the way Andrew did this scene. That boar dude came out pretty good. Kind of reminds me of that pig dude Mike Mignola does. They alienate the original Old Man fans chasing the mythical SJWs. Yeah, nobody, SJWs don't buy stuff, man. They're not loyal. They're definitely not loyal customers. Even when they do, they only give lip service to things. They don't actually buy anything. They give lip service, but they don't buy. You know. Yeah, the old guys like you used to buy their crap. Yeah, but not anymore. Yeah. And they don't pull in new readers because kids don't see them. most kids started buying comics because they were at eye level everywhere. And you had some knowledge of who some of the characters were from the other media, from the TV shows and stuff, and the cartoons, or the toys. I had Secret Wars toys before I read regular superhero comic books. It was like Zach said, yep, it was a habit and you lost that habit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep, I stopped going to the shop. I mean, you can only stand being insulted constantly so much, for so long. You just go, yeah, you know what? I don't have to buy this. How do you get some nicotine? Yeah, it's like, I don't have to buy this. I don't have to be insulted. Well, I finished that page. Well, I'm going to get off of here, guys. D, Marco, I thank you for stopping by. Because I'm going to try to join Andrew's stream tonight on his channel. So I'm going to get off of here, maybe have a little something to eat, play a little Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I wish I could stream that, but I'm an idiot and don't have the right capture card. And don't have $200 to drop right now to upgrade to Windows 10 so I can use the capture card I have. Or I would be streaming Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Go help Andrew. Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me while I did some work today. And I'll be on Andrew's stream later on Misfit Corner. I'll go hang out with him for a bit. Catch you guys later. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.